waiting, wishing and waiting, curious. I think we've been able to capture that, but maybe I can show you what I mean. In a faraway land, long ago,
once upon a dream.
I wish.
I wish. I wish.
Don't you remember? We've met before. Once upon a dream. We keep moving forward because we're curious. Give the public everything you can give them. Keep it primary. Make it a real fun place to be. Come on, boys! Tell great stories. Let dreams come true.
Second star to the right. Straight on to more.
We're just getting started.
各位亲爱的来宾，欢迎来到上海迪士尼乐园。有请主持人，上海迪士尼度假区对外传讯副总裁李贝君女士。
Good afternoon and happy Zootopia Day, everyone. 感谢各位媒体朋友今天与我们共同来欢庆这个具有里程碑意义的时刻。那在过去的100年里啊，华特迪士尼公司用跨越年代和地区的故事，为人们带来欢乐、震撼和感动。而全球首个疯狂动物城主题园区呢，就是用全新的方式来演绎迪士尼故事的最新典范。那今天的媒体分享会，我们特别邀请了迪士尼体验主席戴明哲先生来为大家做介绍。那戴明哲先生负责的迪士尼体验业务板块，包括遍布全球的6座迪士尼度假区、12座主题乐园、55座主题酒店、5艘迪士尼邮轮，以及在建中的3艘新邮轮，位于夏威夷的奢华度假村，以及分时度假项目和导览式探险旅游项目，华特迪士尼幻想工程和全球迪士尼消费品、游戏和出版。Although this might be the first time for the many of you seeing Josh in person, being in China is not new to me. So I would love to invite him to the stage to share with you directly. So now let's welcome Chairman of Disney Experiences, Josh Tomorrow.
Hello, everyone. I appreciate you joining us today on this special occasion to celebrate Zootopia, the next chapter in the Shanghai Disney Resort story. I'm so glad to be back in Shanghai. My family and I spent several years in the country during my time working at Hong Kong Disneyland, and we made many trips to the Chinese mainland, so being here always brings back such fond memories for me. This is a historic year for the Walt Disney Company as we celebrate our 100th anniversary. Not many companies reach such a milestone, and we're so proud of all that we've accomplished over the past century. Our success is based on our fundamental commitment to world-class storytelling, to innovation, and to creativity, which I think is on full display in Zootopia and throughout all of the Shanghai Disney Resort. Disney Experiences is one of our company's 3 core businesses, joined by our entertainment and our sports division. Our mission is to bring Disney stories to life for our guests and our fans around the world in a way that no other company can. That is our Disney difference. I want to thank our cast members here in Shanghai for everything that they do for our guests every day. They are the embodiment of our storytelling and relevancy here at Shanghai Disney Resort. What's unique about Disney is the powerful connections our fans make with our stories and with our characters. It often starts with our films, and it grows through our theme parks, our resort hotels, our toys, our games, books, cruise ships, or even our globe-trotting adventures. We're truly humbled by the fact that people come to Disney to celebrate the most important milestones of their lives. Disney experiences make memories that last a lifetime. We create the moments where our characters and our stories step off the screen and into your life, becoming part of your story. Shanghai Disney Resort plays a significant role in our global portfolio. Since its grand opening in 2016, Shanghai Disneyland has proven to be a huge success. We're about to close out a record year, having already welcomed more than 13 million guests in 2023. And we're excited for 2024, of course, with the debut of Zootopia. Part of our goal in creating this park was to showcase Disney stories to an entirely new audience in an authentic way. Authentically Disney, distinctly Chinese. Shanghai Disneyland reimagines classic experiences such as Tomorrowland and Fantasyland for a new generation of fans. We also dreamed up new lands, specifically for our Chinese audience, like Mickey Avenue, Treasure Cove, and the Gardens of Imagination. Now Zootopia joins this list of Disney experiences that can only be found right here in Shanghai. Working with our partners in the Shendi Group, we've already expanded the park once before. We did this in 2018 with the Toy Story Land edition. And we've announced plans for a third resort hotel along the shores of Wishing Star Lake. With this expansion, Zootopia once again demonstrates our confidence in the overwhelming success of Shanghai Disney Resort. This land is the next step towards our immersive entertainment. Our guests will feel as if they're part of a living, breathing world full of excitement and opportunity where anyone can be anything. When I walked into the land for the first time, I felt a little bit like Judy Hopps in the film as she stepped off of the train and marveled at her new surroundings. The city comes to life all around you, playing to all of your senses. Now, I know most of you have seen the land by now, and like me, I'm sure that you've been amazed at the incredible detail that our Imagineers built into our land to delight every single guest that comes. The film's co-director and co-writer, Jared Bush, is here with us somewhere in the audience today, and he had a chance to experience the land. He told us that he appreciated all those little details that the Imagineers picked up from the film and then incorporated into this land. This is what we do best at Disney Experiences. We take something from our imagination and then we turn it into reality. Zootopia is a place where the outside world falls away as you enter an immersive, story-driven environment brimming with rich detail and fun everywhere that you look. Our guests love how animals pop out of their apartment windows to talk. They love seeing lemmings heading to work through their little tubes. They love seeing a taxi made just for giraffes. Or the pedestrian crossings made for all sizes of animals. These are just fantastic. And then there is our incredible new attraction, Zootopia Hot Pursuit. We're inviting guests to become rookie officers in the Zootopia Police Department and, of course, help save the day. This story picks up where the film left off. It is an action-packed adventure that sends you careening across Zootopia's different environments. This is classic Disney storytelling, propelled by cutting-edge technology. I cannot wait for our guests to experience this attraction. Finally, I know that our guests will enjoy some shopping at Fashions by Frou Frou. Here, they'll find hundreds of Zootopia products. For example, we know our guests are going to love the Flash backpack that lets you talk like a sloth. we're kind of in the middle of something here.
知道，活动精彩的很。你看啊，老戴，我知道你特别忙，一定需要一个对动物城的所有街道、小巷、门洞、狐狸、兔子和取经都了如指掌的朋友，like ambassador. Am I right?
You think Zootopia needs an ambassador?
Yeah, me.
Why am I not surprised, dude?
我呢，只要你做个声明，写下来的那种。You got the pen?
Dude, I'm not signing anything.
那这样，你要不就在这儿当着媒体的面说几句，比如大家听好了，从现在起，威斯顿公爵是代名者官方疯狂动物城形象大使。
Yeah, I really can't make you an ambassador, dude.
作为你的形象大使，我需要一辆新车，闪电开的跑车我就特别喜欢。
A car? I doubt you need a car.
我还需要几个打下手的，要个大的。Some polar bears for protection?
Dude, I'm not getting you polar bears. Absolutely not.
看啊，老戴 I think this could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, it's the start of something special, all right. Could I get a couple of guys to help take Duke off the stage here? Duke, you look
你
good.
对我太好了，老戴。哎，再见，朋友们 ，See you in Zootopia. Woohoo!
We'll see you later, Duke. Another Duke Weaselton for you. Well, we spoke earlier about bringing our stories to life in ways that only Disney can, and Duke, I think, is a great example of that. He's a prototype character developed by our research and development team at Walt Disney Imagineering, and he's the latest in a long line of figures that we use to tell our stories. We brought back commitment to storytelling and innovation right here to Zootopia. Here's an inside look at how we created many of the other great experiences in the land. Take a look.
At Disney Experiences, we bring the world's most powerful stories to life to entertain people everywhere, whether that's in our theme parks, on our ships, through our products, and even more than that. We're always creating new stories and experiences to give our guests more of what they love, and we have so many stories to tell.
Zootopia is a place where anyone can be anything. And Shanghai is such a dynamic city where anyone who visits can truly feel the endless possibilities. The two share a common thread of vibrancy and potential, which makes Shanghai Disneyland the perfect home for the world's first and only Zootopia themed land.
We've had the opportunity to work with the Imagineering family worldwide, and they've worked tirelessly to make sure that every single detail that our guests will see when they walk through Zootopia for this first time is just going to overwhelm them.
我们在设计过程当中，跟华特迪士尼电影工作室紧密合作，一直在考虑如何能够忠实的呈现电影当中本有的心理。
We were so thrilled that the Chinese audience really fell in love with Zootopia. But the incredible thing was when Imagineering called us and said, we want to build Zootopia.
When we started developing what Zootopia was going to be like in a theme park setting, we really wanted it to be the best version of Zootopia possibly, the most optimistic.
我记得我印象很深，我们在做调研的时候，游客们说有两点他们都非常喜欢。第一是朱迪第一次进城的时候，他从那个火车上下来，进入到这个动物城市中心，见到市中心的天际线， 欢闪电的幽默，所以在我们的园区里面，你可以有好多个地方都可以给你见到闪电带来的幽默。
Zootopia is all about animals, and audio animatronics figures allow us to bring the smallest mouse to the tallest giraffe to life in this vibrant city. My favorite character that we've designed and presented in our new Zootopia attraction is Gazelle. She presented some incredible challenges to us in that she's so tall and slender and has huge dynamic range.
他是站在一个舞台上，上面有很多的荧光灯聚集在他的身上，他的身体面积会比较大，毛发暴露也比较多，所以对毛发的选用、修剪、上色都有很大的挑战。The first guests to see Gazelle are going to be blown away.
我们去给它一种叫做左右摇摆以及一些旋转，这样的话跟那个下棋羊的动作可以摇摆的动作一起结合起来，让我们大家一起来身临其境的感觉到这真的是一场演唱会。这个景点它使用了非常多的高科技，作为景点其实我最自豪的呢还是我们的无轨乘机系统，所有的车辆都是沿着预先设定好的轨迹在场景里面运行，它呢就可以实现非常多的，比如说旋转、急停、驱动和双车之间的追逐。
原汁原味迪士尼别具一格中国风一直是我们的设计理念。我们的中文标识的创新和幽默，其实在很多地方都有体现。比如说我们的道路标识，我们还有一些有趣的商业的招牌，把动物的幽默和中国游客能够感受到的这些文字梗都汇集在一起。
那么我们希望能够通过这个理念，能把我们很多本土本地别具一格的一些食材跟口味以及风味，能带到我们整个度假区来。放动物城里面其实被展现的最淋漓尽致，当然就是我们的爪爪棒。我们无意当中发现了山楂这个味道，山楂其实它就是从小伴随着我们一起长大，它能勾起我们很多少儿时候的回忆。
在我们整个故事的创意啊、编排啊，整个过程中，其实我们的核心一直是原汁原味迪士尼，别具一格中国风。其实就以露露的那个场景的一个展现来说，我们在语言上就会设计一些上海话，就会是侬好，大家好，我们就会觉得一下子就觉得哇，他其实就是我们生活中的这么一个人。
We don't have anything like this anywhere around the world in any of our parks. I think the guests are going to love this show, but I also think that they're going to laugh, they're going to cry because we've made these characters really come to life in the land.
Welcome to Zootopia.
Zootopia is the latest example of how each Disney experience takes our creativity to new heights through technological breakthroughs in our storytelling. The land creates seamless, immersive experiences for our guests. And to talk more about the innovation driving Zootopia forward, please welcome Disney Imagineers Shu Chung and Stuart Calder.
大家好。
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations on an amazing new land. There is so much technology packed into the land, so tell us a little bit about how you thought about it, innovation and technology to storytell in Zootopia.
Yeah, like any of our project, we are always pushing the envelope for the best storytelling and the best guest experience. In Zootopia, to name a few, from the latest animatronic figures to the advanced use of beauty information modeling to the blend of physical space and digital content, and the first time ever, the trackless system in mainland China. All of these innovations and technologies are used so that when our guests come to the land, they can feel this is a living, breathing city full of energy, full of hope and optimism. And they can get on a fun, adventurous ride with Nick and Judy.
Yeah, as Chang mentioned, this land and attraction features several of our audio animatronics figures. These are mechanical robots we animate to recreate characters from the film. And the figures we've created for Zootopia are some of the most sophisticated we've ever produced. They're made with all-electric motors, which allows us to increase the reliability, the repeatability, and the fluidity of their motion. In order to make sure that the animated figures are true to the performance of the on-screen characters, we partner with the Walt Disney Animation Studios early in the process. And this ongoing collaboration really helps our engineering team understand the key functions and axes of motion that are required for each character as we develop ways to bring the characters in the real world that you've previously only seen on screen.
You both did it incredibly successful. So let's talk about the detail in the land. One of the things that struck me when I walked in is the color and the small detail and sometimes the big detail. Talk a little bit about what your favorite details are.
Yeah, I think the fun thing on this project is everyone on this project and all the Imagineers took the initiative to really put in details to the land, so when guests come to this world, they feel everything is believable. So it's really hard to pick a favorite, but I would say some are easier to spot. So all the doors and the windows, large or small in our land, all have a story. And imagine how many doors and windows we have. For instance, if you walk closer to the beaver's dentist, you will hear the sound of the patients getting their fans worked on. And they're still talking about Zootopia concert tonight. And if you look up in Fashions by Fufu, you will notice the office doors of the smaller animals. And you can probably hear Fufu behind one of them. And the harder to spot ones are if you ever go to Hao in front of the penguin's apartment, you might hear sometimes the wolves is gonna hauling after you, just like they did from the film.
I tried that, it works.
It works? That's great. Yeah, so all these details are here really where guests can come to the land and feel it's part of this Zootopia world.
That's great. Stuart?
Yeah.
I really love how we took some of the minor elements of the film and featured them as major parts of our land.
Yeah.
We all know when Judy arrives in Zootopia and she sees all the different animals arriving at the train station. And there's this brief moment where we see the lemmings arriving through their transportation tubes. Well, we took that imagery and we expanded it out into this whole network of tubes in the land. So throughout the day, our guests can see the lemmings traveling to work, traveling past the cafe, even the KTV.
Yeah, it's incredible. And for those few that you've talked about, I know there are many more. I'll ask you one more question. Zootopia is stunning. What do you think this means for the future of storytelling?
Like what Stuart was saying, the use of all the figures is really give us more ways to bring our guests closer and more ways to interact with their favorite characters. Like in our land, you will see when you come to the queue, you will see the lively, cheerful Clawhauser greet you, just like he did from the film when Judy Hopps first became the rookies. And you can feel the same sensation of excitement as you stand in the queue in our attraction. And for instance, the first ever trackless ride system allows us really to bring different sensation and movement when we tell an immersive story. All of these are going to reinforce how we create an immersive world.
And when we think about innovation in our attractions, it isn't always about how we just apply the newest technology, but how we combine and blend this technology with tried and true storytelling techniques. While many of the audio animatronics figures in Zootopia reflect the state of the art, we also have over 70 years of storytelling tools to draw from at Walt Disney Imagineering. In fact, some of the ways in which we brought the animated characters from Zootopia to life are similar to how our original Imagineers created classic attractions like the Jungle Cruise or Haunted Mansion. And it's about how can we refresh these techniques using the technology available today for the modern attraction.
Well, both of you have done an amazing job. Congratulations on Zootopia. Congratulations to the rest of the Imagineers that are in the house today as well on Zootopia. I'm very, very proud of you, and I know that our guests are going to love it.
Thank you, Josh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'm going to turn it back over to Francis now to talk more about the Shanghai Disney Resort. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Josh, and our Imagineers, Tom and Stuart. It's your commitment to creativity and innovation that makes Zootopia such an amazing new addition to our resort. 那在疯狂动物城里啊，不同种类、体型各异的动物们和谐共处，每个动物都有无限可能。那我们希望疯狂动物城的开幕不仅能为游客提供沉浸式的动物城体验，了解各类动物及其丰富多元的栖息地，同时也能够启发公众在我们的现实世界中能够保护野生动物的意识，激励大家共同行动，保护大自然的神奇。那这么多年来，上海迪士尼度假区也始终在这样努力着。下面让我们一起来看一段短片，看看我们每个人如何可以共同参与野生动物及其栖息地的保护工作。
Conservation isn't just the business of a few people. It's a matter that concerns all of us.
在这片广袤的土地上，自然资源并非取之不尽、用之不竭。我们若能善用这份馈赠，对地球的野生动植物、湖泊以及溪流加以保护，这些宝贵的资源将能够代代相传。华特先生不仅是一位创意天才和成功的企业家，他也比大多数人更早意识到，若想保障地球未来的健康，自然保护至关重要。当下有越来越多的动物物种濒临灭绝，这一数字已经达到了人类已知的历史高峰。它们的进化凸显了全球自然栖息地和生态系统所面临的严重威胁。
Since 1995, the Disney Conservation Fund has supported organizations working with communities worldwide to save wildlife, inspire action, and protect the planet. In all, over 1,000 species have been supported and 1.27 million square kilometers of land protected through our global efforts. The Disney Conservation Fund also supports wildlife conservation efforts in China. Since 1999, the company has supported more than 20 non-profit organizations and contributed more than 30 million renminbi towards scientific research, habitat protection, environmental education, awareness campaigns, and community outreach projects across the country.
在上海迪士尼度假区，我们努力传承迪士尼对自然保护的承诺。我们的度假区远不只是一个世界级的娱乐和休闲的目的地，我们更是将度假区打造成环保设计和运营的典范。在这里，游客可以亲近大自然，充分认识保护自然的重要性。At the center of these efforts is Wishing Star Park. Located within the resort and home to a wide variety of wildlife, Wishing Star Park is surrounded by over 2 kilometers of walking paths through wetland, shrubland, and woodland. The center of the lake is an island refuge for many species of birds who either reside here permanently or migrate through the lake each year.
值得注意的是，建设期间，心愿公园的土地就经历了修复和改良。如今，度假区持续定期处理心愿湖的水质，以打造高质量的野生动植物栖息地。2015年起至今，通过每月的观鸟活动，我们已经观测到了124种不同的鸟类。
自2012年起，每年4月，上海迪士尼度假区都会与游客和演职人员们一起庆祝地球月，向社区普及自然保护的重要性，增强自然保护意识。在这些庆祝活动中，我们也邀请到业界顶尖专家，比如野生动物保护主义者、国家地理探险家奚志农和潘光平，为游客和演职人员们带来启发。在迪士尼自然保护基金的资助下，上海迪士尼度假区支持多个非营利性合作伙伴的野生动物保护工作，包括保护许多具有重要文化意义的物种，比如东北虎、白鹤及中华穿山甲。
在上海迪士尼度假区的支持下，
学会员们连续6年参加了年度东北虎栖息地巡演比赛，助力我们在竞赛中提升技能，为更好地保护野生动物形成合力。巡回员们身处保护野生动物的第一线，我们的付出使得东北虎这物种在近些年度过了最艰难的时期。根据年度虎类数量统计数据，东北虎的数量在逐年的增加。
上海迪士尼度假区还鼓励演职人员们积极采取行动，共同保护当地社区的野生动植物栖息地，一起守护我们的地球家园。通过共同的努力，我们将有可能为地球上的每位居民打造一个更加快乐、健康和美好的家园，让故事和电影里的美丽动物能够在现实世界中持续成长、壮大，并给人们带来启迪。
的确啊，我们每个人都能够做出贡献，保护并塑造一个更为美好、健康的地球家园。那在今天媒体分享会的最后呢，我将把戴明哲先生再次请到舞台上。我们收集了一些媒体朋友们集中感兴趣的问题，那我来带大家一起来问一下。Okay, now let's welcome Josh back to our stage. Hey Josh, you just had some questions for our Imagineers. Now I have some questions for you as well. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one, our segment started to have a new name, Disney Experiences, and in Chinese, 迪士尼体验, since this October. So the question is, why did you change our segment name to Disney Experiences?
That's a good question. If you think about what we've done for the last 100 years, we're storytellers. I think we're the best storytellers in the world. And what those stories do is they create connections with people, with our guests, with our fans. Whether you're in one of our theme parks like Shanghai Disney Resort, or if you're on a cruise ship, or you're even at home playing with one of our products or our games, it creates these connections, stories to connections to experiences. And so everything that we do is based on experiences. And we thought, that's the foundation of what we do. We should be called Disney Experiences, and that's why we changed our name.
Thanks, we're very proud of it.
Me too.
So the next question is about our segment in this region.
Mm-hmm.
You were just in Hong Kong for the opening of World of Frozen, and you're now today in Shanghai for Zootopia. And next summer, the spring, Fantasy Spring, is going to open in Tokyo Disney Sea. So these are all global premieres, correct? So what do you think these say about Disney's confidence in the Asian market?
I think it says a lot about our confidence in the region. 40 years ago, we started at Tokyo Disneyland. And since that time, we've expanded pretty aggressively, and I'm incredibly proud of what we've done in the region. I just got back, as you said, from World of Frozen in Hong Kong, and that new land in Hong Kong, congratulations to our Imagineers there, it's stunning. You referenced Fantasy Springs in Japan. This will be the largest single land expansion that we've ever had. And now here we are at the opening of Zootopia, which I absolutely love. And I think this kind of demonstrates how we're thinking about this region in the context of significant investment at Disney Experiences.
Very exciting journey ahead of us.
Absolutely.
The next question is about our resort, the youngest member of Disney Resorts. You are so familiar with all the Disney resorts around the world.
Yes.
So what does Shanghai Disney Resort mean to you? How does it different from the other Disney resort, and how is it similar?
Yeah. Well, it does mean a lot to me. As I stated in my comments a few moments ago, I've spent a lot of time in this region, so to see this theme park come out of the ground and become what it is, again, it makes me incredibly proud. We often talk about, and I just talked about it a few minutes ago, how we try to be authentically Disney but distinctly Chinese, and I think we've done that exceptionally well here. When you walk into this theme park, you feel Disney. But at the same time, this is a theme park for the Chinese, and you can see it with our guests in the park. I think it's an incredible balance that we have found. When you come to this resort, you find things here that you can't find anywhere else in the world. For example, I just had a chance to ride Pirates of the Caribbean again, and it's unlike anything else that we have around the world. And now, Zootopia. And again, you can't find that anywhere except for here at Shanghai Disney Resort. So it feels Disney, but it's very special and unique to the place.
Yeah, you mentioned about the lands that for this park only, and the latest new addition will be Zootopia. It will officially open tomorrow.
Yes.
After weeks of trial operations. So the question is, what have you learned from the 3 weeks trial operations, and what has been the guest feedback?
Well, I think the guest feedback is similar to the way I feel about the land. The guests are telling us that they are inspired by the detail. They feel like they're pulled into the story. They love the new attraction. They love the food and the merchandise. This is a very, very special land, and the feedback already has been very strong. So I am so much looking forward to tomorrow when the first guests come in.
Yeah, very true. And our guests visit the land multiple times.
Yes.
Because during daytime and at night, it looks so different,
Completely
but both
different.
stunning, right?
Yes,
Isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah. So last but not least, I think that's the question from almost everyone is, after Zootopia, what's next for us, for Shanghai Disney Resort?
Well, listen, we've been open for 7 years now, and a lot has happened in 7 years. We already have Toy Story Land that has been added onto the theme park. We're opening Zootopia now, and we've announced that we have our 3rd resort hotel coming. I think I have a special picture just for the audience here, something that hasn't been seen before. So I think if we could put up an image, this is the latest rendering of our 3rd hotel that is coming to Shanghai Disney Resort. Right on the lake. This is going to be gorgeous. And I think what this tells us is we are inspired by what we see here in Shanghai, and I think the future is incredibly bright for Shanghai Disney Resort.
Very exciting, and I cannot wait to share the updates
beautiful.
of this new
It's
hotel.
beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. That wraps up our time with you this afternoon. Thank you for
so
sharing
much.
all the insights to Disney experiences at Shanghai Disney Resort.
Thank you so much, Francis.
Thank you, Josh. And thank you, everyone. 那这一场的媒体分享会呢，就到这里结束了。但我们今天接下来的行程啊，还将继续。那接下来，首先请大家呢跟随演职员的指引，移步往皮诺丘乡村厨房享用晚餐。然后在晚餐之后呢，回到我们的疯狂动物城，参加特别的开城派对，以及之后前往奇想花园观看精彩的开城庆典。我知道天气非常寒冷，但每一个都不容错过。谢谢大家，我们一会儿见。